Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anne. On today's tutorial, we are going to be making this maxi flared skirt. You'll need 8 balls of blue yarn and around 4 balls of white yarn. I ended up using my stash yarn for the white yarn because the blue yarn was not enough. You can use any color change or you can combine any color depending on what you're going for. On this tutorial, I'm making a size medium. You'll be able to make a size small, a size large, and whatever size you are interested in making. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Happy crocheting.
We will be using this yarn. It's called Nako Elite Baby and it recommends a 3.5 millimeter hook to a 4.5. It is 100 gram. We're going to have at least 8 of these, a 3 millimeter hook and a tape measure. We are going to start our work by making a slip stitch. Make a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Chain 2 and on the 12th stitch make a half double crochet. In the next stitch make a half double crochet and in the next stitch make a half double crochet. Keep making half double crochets until you get to the end of your row. By the end of your row, you should have 12 half double crochet. You're going to chain 2. This chain 2 does not count as a stitch. And you're going to insert our hook on the back loops only. Keep making back loop half double crochets until you get to the end of your row. By the end of your row, you should have 12 half double crochet stitches. Chain 2, turn your work and keep and make back loop half double crochets. Our work is going to be a repeat of row 2 until you have 66 rows or until you have rows that are enough to go through your hips. For me, that is going to be 66 rows of half double crochet. I'll meet you guys after that. We are done with our 66 rows of half double crochet. You should ensure this stretches up to your hips measurement. We are going to join these two together. Insert your hook on this side of your work and pull through your yarn. Make a slip stitch, insert your hook in the same stitch and insert it in the back loop of the other stitch and make a single crochet. On this one side we are inserting our hook on both loops and on the opposite side we are inserting our hook on the back loops. Keep doing this until you get to the end of your row. We are done with our row. We are going to turn our work this way on the right side and you should have something similar to this. Once you turn your work this way, you're going to chain 1 and on this first stitch you're going to be making 2 single crochet in the same stitch and in the next stitch you're going to be making 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And we are going to be doing this until we get to the end of our row. And by the end of our row, we should have a total number of 66 times 2. That is going to give us 132 stitches. I'll meet you guys when we get to the end of our row. We are at the end of our row. We are going to make a slip stitch. Ooh, shouldn't be this hard. Pull through your yarn, make a slip stitch. I'm going to put a stitch marker on my last stitch so that I can remember where I left off. Put a stitch marker right there, just like that. Then make a chain of 1, 2, and we are going to start making half double crochet in every stitch. It shouldn't be this hard. And pull through your yarn, make a half double crochet in every stitch, just like that. Keep making half double crochet stitches and ensure you're not missing any stitch. And by the end of this row, you should have a total number of 132 stitches. We are on our very last stitch. We are going to make our half double crochet stitch, and then we are going to slip stitch just like that, and we are going to count our stitches. By the end of this row, you should have 132 stitches. So we are going to start increasing our work. What you do, measure your hips. For me, my hips measure up to 41 inches. For you to figure out how many stitches you need for your size, you're going to take your tape measure and measure how many stitches make up 1 inch. So for me, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stitches is equals to 1 inch. So you're going to take your hips measurement, which is going to be, for me it's 41. So you're going to multiply 41 times 4, and we're going to get 164 stitches. This is the amount of stitches I'll need to get the best size for me. We're going to move on to our work. We're going to figure out how many rows we need, how many rows of increase we need, and where we are going to be placing our increases. So for me, I've decided I'm going to be placing my increases at the corner and at the back here. So I counted 1 up to 33. I put my stitch marker there, and I count 1 up to 33, put my stitch marker right there. And after that, when I'm starting my row, I'm going to be doing my increases as well. So by the end of this row, I will have 4 stitches of increase. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, and on this stitch, I'm going to make a half double crochet. And in the same stitch, I'm going to make another half double crochet, and that is my first increase. And then I'm just going to keep making half double crochet in every stitch. I'll meet you guys at this point. I am at this point where I placed my stitch marker. I'm going to remove my stitch marker and place 2 half double crochet in the same stitch, and that is how you make an increase. And I'm just going to keep making half double crochet. I'll increase on this stitch, and on this other stitch that I placed my stitch marker, I'll meet you guys at the end of our second row. We are at the end of our row. We are going to insert our hook on this stitch and make a slip stitch. After that, we are going to chain 1, 2. When we chain 1, 2 on this same stitch, we are going to be making a half double crochet, and on the same stitch we are going to be making our second half double crochet stitch. So what we are going to do, we are going to be making 2 rows of increase and 1 row of no increase, 2 rows of increase and 1 row of no increase, and I'll meet you guys. I'll let you know how many rows I ended up making for my size. We are done with our rows of increase. I have a total number of 164 stitches, and we are going to measure our work. My work measures up to 7 inches, and in total I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 rows in total. When you add the single crochet row, I have 14 rows in total. So I'm going to keep making my half double crochet rows until I get to 10 inches. Right now we have 7 inches, and from row 15 going forward, I'm not doing any increases. We are not increasing anymore. We are just making normal half double crochet rows. So don't make any increase. Just make your normal half double crochet rows without increase. Just keep that in mind, and I will meet you guys when we get to 10 inches. We are back. We have a total number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have a total number of 23 rows. We are going to measure our work from down here up to the waist. My work measures up to 10 inches. That is enough to go up to my underbutt area. So just ensure you have enough rows to cover that area of your body. And for these last 3 rows, row 1, 2, 3, I used a 2.5 millimeter hook, just because I want that area to be a bit cinched in. We are going to start making the flared area, and I want the area before that to be a bit cinched in. You just keep that in mind. So we are going to move on to our next row, and for this row we are going to be making increases. So we are going to chain 1, 2, 3. This row we are making double crochet rows instead of half double crochet. So this chain 3 does count as a double crochet, and we are going to be placing 2 double crochets in every stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull through. That's how you make a double crochet. We are going to be placing 2 double crochets in every stitch. Keep making 2 double crochet in every stitch. By the end of this row, you should have 164 stitches. You multiply that by 2, you should have 328 stitches. Also, whatever number you have, depending on the size that you're making, just keep that in mind. So keep making double crochets. I'll meet you guys after I'm done with this row. For our next row, we are going to chain 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 does count as a stitch, and we are going to insert our hook in the next stitch and make 2 double crochet in the same stitch. In the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, make 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, make 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So we are going to be alternating between 1 double crochet in one stitch and 2 double crochet in one stitch. We are going to be repeating this until you get to the end of our row. I'm going to meet you guys there. We are back at this point. I've already made my 2 single crochet, and on this last stitch I'm going to make a double crochet, and on this stitch where we started our row I'm going to make a slip stitch just like that. From here on you're going to chain 1, 2, 3. That does count as a double crochet stitch, and you're going to be making double crochet with no increase. From this row going forward, you are going to keep making double crochet in every stitch. We are not increasing anymore. So we are going to keep doing this until you get to the end of our row, and we are just going to keep repeating rows and rows of double crochet. I'll let you know how many rows I made. So we have made a total number of 37 rows. I did decide to add white just because I was not so sure that my blue yarn is going to fit. So add at least 2 balls of white yarn. Yeah, and this is how my work looks like. I did 6 rows of blue, 3 rows of white, 6 rows of blue, 3 rows of white. Then I changed. I did 2 rows of blue, 4 rows of white, 2 rows of blue, 4 rows of white, 2 rows of blue, 2 rows of white, and 3 rows of blue. In total, I have a total number of 37 rows, and this is what you should have. You can make more rows if you want your work to be longer. We are going to make a chain for our waist. So this is what I have. I made a chain. It's just a chain of single crochet. We are going to add this string to our waistline. So take your darning needle and insert this through the loops just like that, and we are going to start working from here. So insert your hook on this loop, insert it on the other loop. So you're just inserting it in every loop. So keep doing this until you get back to this point. I'll meet you guys there. We are done adding our drawstring. This is what you should have once you're done. We are going to cut off our yarn, and when you wear it, it should cinch up your waist correctly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment down below, and have a good day. Bye bye.